Alright, so this is Daily Race C. This is Kyoto Driving Park, Yamagawa, and Miyabi too. I probably butchered it, but whatever. So it's a backwards version of Miyabi connected to Yamagawa. So pole position, got lucky and I kind of found it a little bit easier to get a halfway decent time in around here in comparison to what people are putting down right now at the moment. So I'm trying to get away from these guys as quick as I can. That's my second effort. The first one, I found out the hard way, as I noticed a bunch of people have. You got to pit. You don't have to change tires, but you just have to pit. So they really threw a wrench in that one. Put it in the goo. I took a big penalty and dropped all the way to, I think, 15th. I think there was like 4 other people or 3 other people that day too. In this race, a bunch of people did it. 5 people did it. Didn't pit. So basically, you just have to hit the pit and then pull back out. You don't even have to change tires. You can if you want to. You definitely don't need fuel. You don't need to change tires. Tires, I think, are 4 times, and fuel is 2 times on this, so it's not necessary. But you do have to pull into the pit. Come to a complete stop in the stall and leave. So those guys are pretty dicey behind me. I'm trying to pull away. I think I'd be in a little bit of trouble because they're all front-wheel drive right there. I think the red car back there might be a Ferrari, but I'm not sure on that. So anyways, I'm still holding them off. I'm still leading the race as of now. Pull up information real quick. Yeah, so we're still on the first lap. There we go, coming through, starting second. So they're back there, not much. I think at this point they were about a second back, maybe less, at that corner. I'm just trying to be smooth through here. I've been a little slow through that section at the beginning of the races. Low on, or heavy on fuel. Kind of throwing me off a little bit. So now I just want to focus forward, more or less. I got a little bit of breathing room. They've been jousting back there, so go ahead and start to pull away on them if I can. So that's what I'm doing, just focusing on that now, trying to stay as smooth as I can on my line, or what I think is a good line, whatever you want to call it. I had a hard time being consistent through here in these next couple turns, this one and the next one. But for my first couple of races, I was able to pull away from everybody and win the race. My very first effort, winning, got foiled quickly with the 1 minute penalty. So my win was short-lived, but the second one I got right here for you to watch. So nice little pack of cars behind me still. Getting away a little bit. I kind of felt that the Scirocco was gonna have pole. Alright, so coming in for lap 3, these a short race by number of laps, but the lap times are in the mid 2 minute, 2.5 minute times. 2.5 minute times. Coming around the hairpin. Little rhythm section here. It was so weird the first time coming around this one. I didn't know it went that way. Don't think I've ever gone that way until then. Ooh, got out there wide. Scary. It's probably where I need to be. It's just scary to get that far out for me. So unfortunately, you can't see the times on the replay footage, but Brazilian, he's been kind of, he broke away from the others, it seemed like, and started picking a little time back. I think he's about 2.5 seconds back, and he kind of rides there for a while. Got a little concerned that it was going to come up there and give me hell. Oh, excuse me. But anyways, with the low amount of tire wear and then the mandatory stop, you could always get tires, so I went ahead and went with the Scirocco because I know it's just a beast, and once you know how to turn these front-wheel drive cars, they're unbeatable. So still just pushing, starting lap 4. I was kind of figuring people would be hitting it right there at the beginning, trying to go for the undercut. I was just going to try to split it, kind of feel out what other people were doing. Obviously, I'm going to pass pit lane before everybody else, so right there kind of gave me a little bit of an indicator of how many were going to dive in at that point. Being Group 4, one little mistake, it could really cost you a lot of time. The cars are fast, but that's only once they get going. They're not as powerful as the Group 3. That's a tricky turn in a front-wheel drive car. I still don't know if I got that one right. But anywho, plugging away. I'm going to assume not because I'm nowhere near the top 10 leaderboard people. Through the S's, getting a little generous on the curving that time. Starts to see homeboy in my rearview mirror now. I remember at this point seeing him in there and going, oh shit, and then seeing the yellow car, because I didn't see the yellow car at first. At first it was a red car, but so that kind of threw me off for a minute. I didn't realize he was in the McGain. If I'm not mistaken, pretty sure that's the McGain. So now I'm debating right about here. I'm thinking, all right, well, am I going to pit? And to be honest with you, I can't recall. I think I split the difference, but I can't recall if I pit here or not. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't fake it. No one behind me, really. Alright, so I pull in, and I'm going to do the little mandatory stop, and I'm kind of shitting my pants, hoping that that's all they need. Because I'm going to be mad if I don't change tires here when I should have. But I don't want to waste the time changing tires. So just a quick stop and go. I'm getting out of there. I see that car coming up in my rear view. Don't think he has what it takes to beat the Scirocco Rocco. Especially right in here. I think he'll struggle a little bit. Just based on where I believe he started, but I don't recognize the name by any means. I'm still getting used to a lot of these daytime drivers. Worked afternoons for way too long. Alright, so now I'm in fifth going, okay, well, who pit, who didn't, who doesn't know the rules and is going to get the penalty. And all of the above will happen. Now, I knew Woobies didn't pit. Dark Side, I had no idea. I didn't think so because he was up there a little bit. And, yeah, I think he was maybe 10 seconds at one point. I looked up and I think they were out there. I'm not gonna, the guy in third, he got called out at the beginning of the race about, you know, not using his car to turn. Using other cars to assist in his turning and braking. Alright, so I needed to see him go in. Needed to see these two go in. But Wooby stayed out, which I thought was kind of interesting because he seemed like he was struggling on tires. So I just kind of shoved it in there. He didn't seem to be getting all defensive or anything. And then right here, I was like, oh, wait a minute, because I think he got a little bit of a run up next to me. And I'm like, what's he trying to do? He was pinning me out wide, actually, to keep me on the real tight to the inside of the chicane coming up. And then I see him coming up there, and I'm like, well, maybe he's not doing as bad as I thought. So, kept in front right there. Got there, it almost felt like he tapped me. So I got a little concerned, but I went ahead and just hit my marks and cut it tight. Thought he might hit me here too, but he didn't, fortunately. But he's still hanging with me. I mean, I bullied my way through to an extent. I mean that in the slightest of the meanings of it. And I was like, I could tell he was slower. Like I said, hurting on tires, kind of feeling. So I didn't expect him to fight me that hard. So that really kind of threw me off. But now it looks like I'm finally starting to catch a little bit of a break. But that's still pretty close. He's still like 0.2, 0.4 behind me. Maybe 0.5 at this, 0.6 maybe at this point. So Dark Side, he needs to pit. We need to see Mr. Dark Side pit. Woobies, he can pit if he wants to, or he can not pit. It's up to him. There we go, stretching that wide line again. You see, it was kind of pumping the car back toward the toward the apex as much as I could with the cranking of the wheel. Alright, coming around. Doesn't look like a dark side pit. Whoobies is starting to become a little dot. He's probably about 3/4 of a second behind now. Almost out of slipstream, if not just out. So we got to get through here nice and smooth. Stay on the gas. Get good exit here. I think I was looking in the rearview mirror. Trying to see if I was pulling away on him at all. Oh, I got crazy there. Way a little too much curb. Don't do that. Looks like Whoobies might have had something go wrong too, because he didn't really gain. He should have been able to. I screwed it up. That's the kind of mistake you wait for. It's still kind of hard though, because being on the inside of a curve like that, on the inside of a turn, still kind of hard to pass somebody. You got to time it, and that's not something you can time when it happens quickly and unexpectedly. So yeah, so Whoobies is still there. Dark side is he's gonna have to pit this time. Like I said, I was looking at the time. I think he's about 8 seconds ahead of me now. So if he pits, I know I'm good. But it wouldn't make sense that he pit already. There he goes. Yeah, it didn't make sense that he had already pit and was that far ahead of me. So I knew he had to pit. It was just a matter of if he was going to or if I totally missed something. Now Whoopi stayed out. I don't know, I don't think Whoopi's pit at this point. I'm thinking, you know, like I remember thinking back, like this guy seemed like he was hurting on tires and da-da-da. Yeah, it just seemed like he didn't really belong there based on the way his car was handling and stuff like that. So it was kind of telling me at this point, I wonder if he pit or not. I'm guessing he might not have. Because I know he fell back a little bit early. And he's just been kind of hanging on with the worn tires. And my tires are worn too. They're worn just as much. I mean, just as much as the race one at my tires. I didn't change them. But I know the RCZ is kind of cracks the tires loose, kind of easy. Scirocco will if you put it in second gear, but you shouldn't put it in second gear. Unless you need to rotate the car real quick, like that. Aha! It didn't even work that well. Still a slow-ass exit. And that old blinking final lap thingy, so we're coming around now. One of my favorite the S's right here I do enjoy. That was a nice, careful stroll through there. Nice, careful stroll through here. I'm in the lead. I don't want to lose it. Again, I'm not sure where Whoopies ended up as far as all that crap. And here we go to the checkered. Boop, boop. Ooh, bagger. Ooh, bagger. Oh, yeah. There it is, folks. Victory. Victory 164, I believe. All right. Hell yeah.